Howdy y'all, and welcome back to I Am Abled Because I Am As Able. I'm getting ready for Christmas in the background, as you can tell, mostly for a little bit of an emotional breather because it's been a little rough lately. But I wanted to do at least one more I Am Abled video for you before I break for the Christmas season to do my Cup of Cheer series. So come back to my channel for that. I'm hoping to start soon, but I don't know exactly when because I've been dealing with some health struggles between asthma and some equilibrium issues. So, yeah, I was really hoping to start Thanksgiving weekend, but I don't think that's going to happen this time. So, but keep checking back, please, because once I get started, I will try and keep it regular if I'm able. So, yeah. And if you are a prayer warrior out there, please be praying over that if you have a passion for the Cup of Cheer series as much as I do. All right, all that to say, I apologize if the rest of this seems a little bit rant-like. My brain isn't working super smoothly right now, and I do not want to edit, so enjoy. I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about something that's been on my heart lately. I have a lot of friends, family, and loved ones that live in California. And I'm sorry this is kind of shaky because my arm isn't working super great. This fire has really put something on my heart that, while it would seem is breaking away from the I Am Abled series, it's actually still pretty on point. So I wanted to talk about it. And that is, how can you help someone who is going through a drastic change in their life? Now, usually I talk about drastic change physically, like disabilities, after being able-bodied for so long. But today's video is really more directed at people who have lost everything right now. Things are really changing in their life, and this can be applied to physical disabilities. So take it with, that in mind if you wish, because that's where my heart is. I'm sorry, I told you that my brain isn't working super great, but I really wanted to make this video. So, I have some friends that have had family members displaced from this fire, and it reminded me a lot of us going through a couple fires in our life. No, we never lost our whole house. So I can't completely relate to those who have lost absolutely everything right now. But we have had our car explode, and we have lived through a kitchen fire. We have lived out of a hotel for 2 months at one point and 4 months at another point, and had people steal from us during the time of recovery. And I can tell you a few things that really helped during those times. And this is not me trying to equate myself as, like, I don't know, a pity party or anything like that. No, not at all. I just wanted to start that out saying that so you would know how I feel like I relate in any way. Okay, so the things that came to my mind when I was thinking on that, and what helped the most, were a few things. Sometimes it was very hard for friends of ours to know how to help because, honestly, it was pretty overwhelming. And what helped a lot for me in those moments was when they would tell us that they don't know how to talk to us in that moment. Like, it gets really awkward when you don't know whether to change the topic to help someone feel joy for a moment, or to sit with them and just be quiet with them. And sometimes the Spirit will lead and you just know. And other times it's just awkward. And it's okay to say that, like, gently and with love. It's okay to say, I don't know what to say right now. And honestly, I felt more loved and understood by people who said that than people who tried to force themselves to say something. And it gave me the chance to say, I don't know what to say right now either, or what to do. And sometimes I would know, and most of the times I wouldn't. And so in those times, sometimes it was helpful to just think on something completely different. Like, the other day when I was talking to my friend who was going through some of the trials of displacement because of the fire, instead of talking about the fire, we talked about Christmas movie trivia. Totally unrelated. But it gave us a moment to just kind of be silly. And we didn't have to laugh silly. It wasn't like an outrageously funny moment. It was just kind of like an ability to breathe. One of the greatest gifts that someone gave us when we were displaced for 4 months because of house stuff, that was because of our kitchen fire, was when we were moving back home. And we had done so much moving in, and it was right around Christmas. And my friend knew how much Christmas meant to us. It's so much to me. And she came over to help us decorate our tree like she's done every year that we've known each other. And we had set up the tree together. Our family does artificial trees for breathing reasons. And I literally bent down to pick up an ornament. The first ornament I bent to pick down. And I stood up and I looked at the tree and I just couldn't. I couldn't decorate one thing. I just couldn't make the decisions. My body wouldn't allow me to go up and down anymore. And I was very emotional about it, but mostly inward. And I just said out loud, I just can't. And my bestie looked at me and she's like, okay, I'll tell you what. You sit down and I'll take over from here. If you want any particular ornaments, just pull them out and I'll make sure to place them. Otherwise, if you trust me, I'll set up your tree for you. And just that gift of service, of giving us some Christmas when I knew I couldn't do it, was huge. So, what am I saying with this? Sometimes when life changes so drastically that you almost don't recognize your life anymore, you don't always know what's helpful to hear from other people or to have other people do for you. And when you're a friend of someone going through that, you don't always know what to do or what to say. But I would highly recommend being honest about that if you think the person is open to hearing that, and doing it in love. But if you know things that they love that they lost, maybe ask them if they would like something back of it, or maybe surprise them with a little piece of that. Like, maybe if Christmas was something they just cherish, maybe bringing a little Christmas to them in some way. I don't know what that might be. Maybe it's a Christmas dinner. Maybe it's a Thanksgiving dinner because Thanksgiving is coming up. Or maybe, like one of my family members, it was me making paper decorations for them because I knew that Christmas wasn't a huge thing for them, but I loved Christmas so much. It's like my love language. And they love it, and they still have those Christmas decorations that I made out of paper like 5-6 years ago now. And it's something that you could maybe do for them that they could put in a suitcase, if that's all that they're able to live out of right now. So I don't know. I don't know what exactly it might be, but if you know something that's cherished to them that they've lost, it might be painful for them to see something like that again. So bear that in mind. Know that right now, if people that you love are being displaced because of smoke, because of wildfires, their emotional states are not going to be able to compute some of what's going on like they normally would. So it might not be the expected response, and love them anyways, please. So yeah, I know it's a little bit of a turn from the typical I am abled. Trust me, I have more I am abled stuff coming up in the beginning of 2019. But right now, this is the last one that I'm aware of that I plan to do for this year. And I'm going to break now to next bring you a cup of cheer video, Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. Yeah, So I hope this wasn't too much of a rant. I hope that it made sense and that you heard my heart. And anyone out there that's being affected by these fires, we're praying for y'all, and much love going out there for everyone up and down the coast that's going through this. Yeah, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. My challenge to you now, if you have made it this far, is to think on a few things that you would normally take for granted that you are very grateful for right now. All right, gotta go. That's my mom calling.